Have you ever dreamed of a place where the pastel houses touch the sea, where every street smells like salt and history, and where time feels slower, almost magical? So we are traveling to Rovinj from the city of Pula, and as you can see, we are traveling through the endless fields of olive groves. Here, olive groves are so popular due to the fact that Istria produces a lot of its own domestic olive oil, and you will see olive groves everywhere. So welcome to Rovinj. You have probably heard of it. This is one of the most beautiful cities in the entire Croatia, even I dare to say in the entire Mediterranean area. So you have probably heard of Rovinj via social network, and that is with a reason, due to the fact that Rovinj is truly magical. So you have endless beaches, you have history hidden within the walls of the Medellin, you have beautiful cuisine, so delicious, everything is local, you have so much things to do there, and it is so picturesque that every corner of that town is almost as you've set up some kind of a movie set to go and film something and picture something, so it is definitely worth the hype. So today I will show you a bit more of Rovinj and everything I think you need to know about Rovinj. So let's start. So the first thing you notice in Rovinj is actually the feeling. So not the buildings, not the sea, not even the famous church at the top of the hill, but its entire atmosphere. It's very much different than any kind of town I have visited, although this town was once just a simple fishing village, shaped by centuries of Venetian influence. You can see it in the actual colorful facades, in the wooden shutters, the tiny balconies that are filled with flowers, and the smooth stone streets that are polished by generations of footsteps. So each building here tells a story. Each is different. Some of them are more stone-like, some of them are more modern-like. And every building has its own color and has its own story. Rovinj isn't a place you rushed through. It's a place for you to slow down in. You wander without a plan. You get lost, actually, on purpose. And somehow, this is exactly when the magic happens. So, as you have seen on the videos, on the top of the hill of Rovinj Old Town is a church. The church is called St. Euphemia Church, and it is one of the most popular churches here on the coastline of Croatia. And actually, when you go uphill from the church on its own, you can see the entire Rovinj and the entire coastline, and it is so beautiful and so worth visiting. So basically, when you go to the hill, you can climb down on the all sorts of ways. If you go behind the church, then you will end up in the old town. If you go in front of the church, you will probably end up in some of the stone beaches, though, on the front line of Rovinj. And from the church, you can actually see one smaller island that is just right across the old town, and you can actually see the old part of the Rovinj and as well as the new part of the Rovinj, where the hotels and everything more touristically and more modern structures are. So one of the most beautiful things about Rovinj is how close the sea always is. You don't need beaches with long stretches of sand. Here, the coastline is actually made of rocks, the crystal clear water, and quiet little spots when you can sit for hours listening to the waves and watching the endless sunsets and sunrises. So locals, they jump straight into the sea from stone platforms. That is the way they're used to do it. Couples drink coffee just centimeters away from the water, and every corner feels like a secret waiting to be discovered. If you walk far enough along the coast, you'll find peaceful paths that are surrounded by pine trees, where the sound of the city slowly disappears. So to aside beautiful picturesque Rovinj, here you can also indulge in so much good food that you cannot actually believe that it's so delicious. So here the food isn't just about eating. The food is about experiencing. So locals, they tend to sit at a restaurant, at a coffee shop for hours and hours and take a long talks with each other and long breaks from all the things that are bothering them. So cuisine is amazing. It is so delicious. So you can find everything Mediterranean, of course, from the local fishes, from local fishermen, everything dipped in olive oil, of course. So also you can find a lot of crab delicacies. You can find a lot of olive delicacies, seafood delicacies, as well as some traditional Croatian food that is mixed in with the traditional Mediterranean cuisine. So pasta is of course inevitable dish here, and fish is also something you must try if you visit. The old town is best to explore on foot, so park somewhere outside of the old town and go by foot. The old town of Rovinj is small, and actually you can just go around it and through it for about an hour, so you won't be needing any type of vehicle. So make sure to use some good shoes, because the path is a bit irregular, so you won't be lucky if you dress in high heels or sandals or anything that is quite uncomfortable. So where to stay? I would recommend small guest houses that are truly authentic, that will bring you some real experience of the Mediterranean as it is, so of the Mediterranean cuisine, Mediterranean way of living. So that is what I would recommend. Also, I would recommend to stay a bit out of the town, because the prices inside of the Rovinj are truly expensive. So maybe a couple of kilometers away from Rovinj, and you can come the next day, be the entire day inside of the town, and you will see everything, so nothing will be less seen if you stay a bit out of the town. Also, my recommendations is to enjoy the food there, enjoy the walks, wait for the sunset, it will be magical, enjoy the drinks and just slow down. Take a moment, walk, enjoy. Rovinj is not a town to be in rush for and not a town to be hurry in. So Rovinj is not just a place you visit, it's a place you feel. A reminder that beauty can be simple, that slowing down is sometimes the greatest luxury of all, and the most meaningful moments are often the quietest ones. If this video makes you feel an even small piece of Rovinj magic, then maybe one day you will experience it for yourself. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you in my next story.